Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Dolphins and their new man in charge, Josh Rosen, as they match up with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers make their way out. The Killer Bees are no more. Only one remains, and that's their quarterback, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger.
My God! 180!
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well. And that's what they did in the last game.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now under first-time head coach Brian Flores. They will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback from UCLA. It's Josh Rosen.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher. without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rosen to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you and leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 80. Check 99, 25, check 25.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Ready? Black 20s. Come on, boy.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. On third down, Rosen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Garcon. Room here to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pierre Garcon. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front. And now, you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Rosen now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10.
Alpha. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55, Mike. 55. You don't know no better. Mike, 55. Check out.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Mike 55. Move. Watch the curl. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
To throw is Rosen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 55. Hey, Charlie. All day, defense, all day. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the name on that. Watch the screen.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He'll get that one complete to Connor, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rosen on 1st and 10. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
No. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Again, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now it's Rosen looking. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's got it to Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Balaj. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to The touchdown, the thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start with a give to counter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on 1st down, Rosen. There, this is Parker, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, alert. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Rosen to throw again. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Balaj. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Rosen completes it to Parker, and they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, Spurs.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Rosen, and throw right side complete to Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. They're going on 4th down. Rosen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Again, a run with Connor. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Like 20. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 3rd it's Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. $51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now Rosen and the Dolphins down 17-14, 56 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rosen to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen.
He's back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some